Good evening, Philippines. This is Mike Padua, and we are back to our analysis for this Wednesday through Friday, August 11 to 13, 2021. And this is brought to you by Typhoon 2000. We're going to discuss now the latest situation around the Philippine Islands and nearby areas of the Western Pacific, as well as the South China Sea. Here's the latest GovSat today, Wednesday, until tomorrow, Thursday. We have a fast-moving LPA. This is 92W, which is now over to the east of Taiwan. It passed over the Philippine Sea for the past 2 days, and the trough has brought some rainfall across Mindanao, Visayas, Mimaropa, Bicol region, and it's now only affecting the island of Luzon. As you can see, the trough of this LPA is still lingering over these areas, so expect cloudy skies with afternoon or evening rain showers and thunderstorms, particularly along the mountains of the Sierra Madre, Cordillera region, and also some areas of central Luzon, including Zambales Mountains. The southwest monsoon has started to retreat, and it's only affecting the portions of the West Philippine Sea, including the South China Sea, so it's just stuck over this area, as a ridge of high pressure area over the Western Pacific southeast of Japan started to intensify, with its ridge affecting the areas of the Western Pacific up to this point. So as you can see, the clear skies can be seen here, and the winds is shifting. Right here it's blowing from the east and down to the south of this quasi-stationary high pressure. We have a surface trough converging here. There are lots of cloudiness and thunderstorms over these areas, particularly in the vicinity of Marianas, and a shallow LPA to the south of Palau, which is moving towards Mindanao. Most likely in the next 2 to 3 days, this could bring rain showers and thunderstorms over the island of Mindanao, but it's not strong enough or heavy enough to create some flooding into the island. And localized thunderstorms can also be seen over southern Palawan. The rest of the Philippine Islands will remain fair, with isolated to scattered rain showers and thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon or evening. So 92W is moving fast towards the stationary front, and it's expected to exit the Philippine area of responsibility or even dissipate as it moves towards the western portions of Okinawa. So again, it's still a low chance of developing into a tropical cyclone within the next 24 hours, and it is likely that this system will dissipate within the next 24 hours based on the computer models output, which includes the American and the European models. Okay, by the way, we have a newly formed tropical cyclone, tropical depression 16W. It cannot be seen here in our GovSat. It's over here to the right side of the screen, somewhere here. Okay, not seen, because it's around 180 or 176 east longitude. It developed from a low pressure area over the Central Pacific, and it crossed the international dateline. After crossing the international dateline this morning, it intensified into tropical depression 16W. In the next few days, that system will appear in our GovSat, so watch out for that. If you want to look at it, here's the fast animation. There you go. This dark vertical line is the international dateline. You can see here the tropical depression moving west into the Western Pacific, and it is expected within the next 5 to 8 days it will approach the northern Mariana Islands based on the computer models. But so far, due to unfavorable upper level winds, this system will remain as likely to become a tropical storm, but it will weaken back to tropical depression as it moves towards the Marianas within the next 8 days. So that's what the computer models say. we're going to show to you the long range or the medium range forecast models on what will be the outcome of this system. So far, that's the fast animation. Here's the zoom in satellite animation. As you can see, as the evening progresses, thunderstorms generated by the trough of 92W will continue to affect portions of northern Luzon, while the rest will have quiet weather, okay, calm, and some thunderstorms are still developing over the portions of Mindanao. And if we look at the track of the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, this is their track as of 2 p.m. this afternoon. So there you go. This will be the track of 16W for the next 5 days. On the 5th day, that will be August 16, it will be just a 45 kph tropical depression. It might become a tropical storm briefly for the next 24 hours, but it will start to weaken once again into a TD. So here's Guam and Tinian, Saipan area, and that's the forecast. It will be a straight runner from east to west because of the high pressure ridge which we mentioned. It's here, so that will be the main steering driver of that tropical system. Here's the American Model Ensemble, the GEFS. Okay, so the track is straight west towards Guam, then it will turn to the west-northwest in the general direction of Okinawa, or in between Taiwan or Okinawa, on the 240th hour. So that will be within the 10 to 12 days from now. Okay, so that will be the forecast. Many changes will still occur, particularly the forecast is more than 5 days, or let's hope and pray it won't become a major typhoon or a super typhoon. We are going to observe that because the sea surface temperature here is high. Any changes in the forecast models will have some changes too when it comes to the intensity and tracks of 16W. Since it's August, there's a possibility that this system might survive the hostile environment ahead before approaching Guam and the Marianas. Here's the European model. The system is right here, and the forecast will track it towards here. So this is the 5th day, and then on the 10th day to 12 days, it will be here. Now, the forecast of the European model, it might become a category 1 or 2 typhoon as it moves towards Taiwan, Okinawa area. So that will be on August 20. So we're going to observe this system closely as the week progresses until next week on what will be the intensity and forecast track of this system. But no worries, the forecast of more than 5 days is less than 30% probability up to 0%. So many changes will still occur on the track and strength of this tropical depression. Okay, so here's the rainfall forecast accumulation until Friday. Most of the rainfall are concentrated over the extreme northern parts and northern Luzon, particularly Batanes, Babuing Cubao Islands, areas of Kalinga, Apayao, and areas of the Cordillera Autonomous Region, Isabela, as well as Cagayan. So there you go. The bulk of the thunderstorms are concentrated here, and some isolated ones over central Luzon and also over western and middle section of Mindanao. So expect there will be some isolated rain showers and thunderstorms. The rest might also have some isolated showers, particularly in the afternoon or evening. Here's the forecast from the European model for the next 3 days until Friday. So far, variable winds will occur across the Philippine Islands. And tomorrow, Thursday, the southwest monsoon will remain over the West Philippine Sea and the South China Sea. And the effects of the monsoon will still move back towards the Batanes Group of Islands. And on Friday the 13th, oh, it's really it's Friday the 13th, so hopefully it's not an unlucky day. Okay, so let's hope. And here's the effects of the southwest monsoon, probably a southwesterly surface wind flow, a weaker version of the southwest monsoon. It's still affecting Taiwan, portions of the South China Sea, and extreme northernmost parts of Luzon. And there will be another surface trough moving to the east of Samar on Friday. So likely it's the low pressure area, the shallow one, in the vicinity of Palau as of this time. So on Friday it might bring some rains, thunderstorms over the eastern sections of Visayas and northeastern Mindanao. Okay, and before we leave you, here's the global topics, hazards, and benefits outlook from the Climate Prediction Center from NOAA. This is for the next 2 weeks. So for the first week, valid August 11 to August 17, below average rainfall can be observed across Luzon and Mimaropa, while normal rainfall will be expected across Bicol, Visayas, and Mindanao. And over here, Indonesia, Malaysia, Borneo, there will be above average rainfall expected within the week of August 11 to 17. And on the second week, valid August 18 to 24, below average rainfall is at medium chance or moderate confidence, or 50% probability on August 18 to 24, while over the areas of Palawan, Visayas, and Mindanao, and to the east of the Philippine Islands, there could be a possibility of the tropical cyclone development or tropical cyclone formation, likely as a tropical depression or a tropical storm, but the confidence is at moderate or medium chance, or 50% probability on the second week. So this is not yet sure. Okay, most likely another system or LPA might become active here, but again, this is at moderate or 50-50 chance of happening. And above average rainfall is expected across Palawan and Mindanao because of the presence of this possible formation to the east of the Philippine Islands. We'll keep you updated on that one. So by next Wednesday, there will be a new outlook on this 2-week climate forecast issued by the Climate Prediction Center of NOAA. Okay, so there you go. That's the latest for this Wednesday evening until Friday. We will be returning back on Friday to give you the latest this coming weekend right here in the Philippine Islands. So from Typhoon 2000, this is Mike Pado reporting. Stay safe always. Be #WeatherWiser. And thank you so much for watching our channel.